Imagine a fabric so rare that it's only made in a few small villages, and it takes 2 months of non-stop work to make just one scarf. Lotus silk, one of the world's most expensive fabrics, isn't just luxurious. It's crafted from thousands of lotus flower stems, all by hand. Yes, you heard that right. Flowers! This unique process is unlike anything else, and its story is filled with secrets that make it even more extraordinary. Ready to uncover why lotus silk costs a fortune? Let's dive in. Number 1. Lotus silk is rare and limited. Lotus silk is incredibly rare, and that's where its value starts. It's produced in only a few countries, mainly Cambodia, Myanmar, and more recently, Vietnam. The silk comes from the lotus flower, and only a handful of skilled artisans know the exact method to extract the fibers from this plant. This limited production automatically drives up the price. What's even more fascinating is that the harvest season for lotus stems is only from April to October. Outside of these months, the stems are unusable. This limited window, combined with the expertise required, makes lotus silk not just rare, but nearly impossible to mass produce. Number 2. Harvesting the lotus stems is a labor of love. Harvesting lotus stems is no simple task. Each stem is picked by hand, one by one. The workers often stand in water, wading through lotus fields, carefully selecting the best stems. It's incredibly delicate work, and it's physically demanding too. You can't just rush through it, each stem matters. Once they have the stems, they can't wait too long. The fibers inside need to be extracted while the stem is still wet, or they will break. This means the entire process from picking to fiber extraction must happen within a single day. No shortcuts, no delays. It's all part of the reason why this fabric is so expensive. Number 3. The extraction process is tedious and time-sensitive. After the stems are picked, extracting the fibers is even more delicate. Each stem contains only a minuscule amount of thin, sticky fibers that need to be rolled together. Imagine trying to pull thin strands from a plant and weaving them into something useful. It's incredibly time-consuming. These fibers must be processed within 24 hours, or they'll dry out and become useless. That means daily harvesting and extraction. This is not a task that can be automated. It requires precision and care, making every meter of lotus silk worth its weight in gold. Number 4. Weaving the threads takes incredible skill. Once the threads are extracted, the real artistry begins, turning those fragile fibers into fabric. This isn't like working with traditional silk, which can be spun and woven relatively easily. Lotus silk threads are delicate, and even the smallest mistake can cause them to break. It takes experienced weavers who have spent years perfecting their craft to handle these fibers. They work meticulously, often producing only a few scarves or garments in an entire month. That attention to detail and craftsmanship contributes significantly to the high price tag. Number 5. It takes thousands of stems to make a single scarf. Now here's a secret that will blow your mind. It takes about 9,000 lotus stems to make just 1 meter of lotus silk fabric. For a single scarf, you're looking at 2 full months of work. And it's not just the stems, it's the process of harvesting, extracting, and weaving that makes every centimeter of lotus silk incredibly valuable. Because of this, even the smallest lotus silk item can cost hundreds of dollars. It's like wearing a piece of art, knowing the amount of time, labor, and natural resources that went into creating it. Number 6. Lotus silk is breathable like linen. What makes lotus silk so unique, aside from its rarity, is its texture. It's soft like traditional silk, but it has a breathable quality that's more similar to linen. This makes it perfect for wearing in warmer climates, where regular silk might feel too heavy or clingy. The breathability of lotus silk adds to its luxury appeal. It's the kind of fabric you can wear all day without feeling uncomfortable. This dual functionality, soft like silk but light like linen, is a huge reason why people are willing to pay top dollar for it. Number 7. Lotus silk is eco-friendly. One of the most compelling reasons for the rising demand for lotus silk is its eco-friendliness. Unlike traditional silk, which relies on silkworm farming and involves more intervention, lotus silk is completely plant-based. The lotus flower grows naturally, and no chemicals or pesticides are required in the production process. In an age where sustainability is more important than ever, consumers are looking for eco-friendly luxury items. Lotus silk fits this perfectly, making it not just a rare fabric, but an environmentally responsible one too. Number 8. Each piece is handcrafted, not mass-produced. Unlike other textiles, Lotus silk is not something that can be churned out in a factory. Every single piece is handcrafted, which means that no two items are exactly the same. This level of individuality adds an artistic quality to the fabric, making it feel more like a collector's item. The fact that Lotus silk is made by hand and cannot be mass-produced means that its value is only going to increase over time. It's a textile that comes with a story, a personal touch, and that's a huge part of its appeal to high-end buyers. Number 9. It's a favorite among luxury fashion brands. Because Lotus silk is so rare and luxurious, it's been picked up by some international fashion brands looking to create exclusive pieces. High-end designers love working with Lotus silk because of its unique texture, sustainability, and story. It gives their collections a sense of exclusivity. This is also why the price of Lotus silk is so high. When fashion brands start using a rare material, the demand goes through the roof. Suddenly, this fabric, once only known to a few, is being sold in high-end boutiques around the world. Number 10. Its production may become a lost art. Here's a hidden fact. Despite its rising popularity, the production of Lotus silk is still in danger of dying out. There are very few artisans who know how to extract and weave lotus fibers, and it's not an easy craft to learn. Most of the skilled workers are older, and younger generations are not as interested in taking up this labor-intensive trade. If the number of skilled Lotus silk weavers continues to shrink, this rare fabric could become even more exclusive and more expensive. It's a race against time to preserve this incredible tradition before it's too late. And there you have it. One of the most exclusive and fascinating fabrics in the world. Lotus silk is more than just a luxury. It's a true labor of love. Thanks for watching.